That was a great introduction, like, thank you so much.
Oh,
It feels really great to be here. There's a lot of people.
Now I'm nervous.
Now I feel I have betrayed my German professors because I don't speak much. Ich habe keine Ahnung is my greatest German that I can do.
Sprache nicht.
Sprache nicht. We're so happy to be here. Like, huge thanks to the wonderful team of C Conference and especially to Michael for bringing us to this amazing stage to follow up so many great minds. And even like Rob Zombie had played here, so it's a huge, huge shoes to fill. But our talk comes straight from the wonderfully chaotic Tbilisi, Georgia. This is about us, about our country, about what we love most. So I hope you're going to enjoy. And we're going to be slightly over time, but we're going to make it worth your while. So strap in. And everybody likes
We have some bribe.
cartoons, right? Everybody likes animation. So let's start off with a good one.
Out of nothing, everything. If you want to know what it really means, pay attention to every goddamn word I say. The void is the mother of all creation. Everything came out of nothing, and nothing it shall become. To be reborn is completely different, yet very familiar. Out of nothing, everything is what we do best. We are Holy Motors, a holistic design agency helping fascinating brands create everything out of nothing. By everything, I mean visual identity, awesome content, commercial start, direction, animation, advertising, creative direction, copywriting, concept strategy, distribution, experiments, graphic design, illustration, naming, photo strategy, user experience design, phrase design, NFT, drones, websites. I mean everything. When you're ready to get started, you know where to find us.
Woo!
Yeah, there's too much screen, but
Great.
Kubo, that's me. I will tell you a bit who am I, why am I here.
Who are you?
So, the guy behind the wheel. I'm an illustrator at heart, so I do illustration. When you're tired, you go home. What you do? Illustrations.
Often
I draw
that
stuff
happens.
like this, and also the passion for the problem solving. I do some graphic designs, branding, and also I used to be an icon painter. This is not me. I can't find my photos back in that period.
Yeah, photography was not invented.
I
back
guess
then.
I will look like this if I will continue the icons. But yeah, I used to be in a band, industrial band, really German. Yeah, that's it. And I used to be hanging out with my bad friends, but I was in art direction and we do some posters sometimes.
Yeah, art
Me
direction for a
without the
gang.
beard.
Great.
There is no laser. And I really love to think it inside the box because sometimes when you have your limitation, you can come up with the good ideas and like using some basic tools, but can do some stuff. You can see some religious influence, sadly. I love the skulls, and it's really good experimenting on them, like the colorful and the many skulls. And I have really good, not good, bed.
Bed. What? Influence.
No.
Language
I
skills.
forgot the. Okay.
Habit.
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 Yes.
You have a bad
Thanks.
habit.
I have a bad habit to sleep in the festivals.
Yeah, but he did not sleep here, so it's a
I'm almost.
you almost
You were
left
so
the
interested
conference. You're
to
too
this,
interesting, guys.
Look at this.
That happens.
But yes, you can.
Usual stuff.
Okay, it's your time.
Now it's my time.
I'll do the pictures, he do the talking. I will not bother. Oh, by the way.
Dude, you're full form. Now he's going to assume his full form.
Now I'll be more Georgian.
More Georgian. Okay, we're fully ethnic right now.
Yeah.
Cool. And like, I'm Avala. You know, my name is Giorgi, but everybody calls me this because my last name is Avaliani, and I'm not Italian. And you might have noticed I'm the guy with the tall hat. My things are words, and this is the most recent, masterpiece I have created using words and hands, and a really bad handwriting. Wait for it. Haha, I wrote this. And this original artwork is for sale for €1,000,000. And that's, of course, excluding VAT. And you might have guessed I'm great at business because I have a Bachelor of Business Administration. I studied finance in a business school in Tbilisi, and I have a GPA of 4.0, which was spent a lot of nights to do that. And then I got really bored of being stressed all the time. So I chose for my master's studies the most ridiculous thing that had a big, pompous name. And that was like the Master of Political Anthropology. And they told me that I could do my master thesis on anything. So I decided to do a study of modern Georgian gravestone design and how they relate to the original gravestones we had throughout the history. And this is Zugdidi. That's the western part of Georgia where they especially like the spicy food, and they have utmost respect for the dead, so it's like Mexico. And they do some amazing craft, and you can sometimes see on the gravestones what was the cause of death for a person. Cigarettes are bad. Sometimes the gravestones have some the happy moments on them because they want to be remembered as a happy guy. Drinking is a big part of our culture, so of course, it would end up here. But it's not only guys; women also enjoy that. And yeah, now the modern printing technologies have made our gravestones very colorful, and the choices we make, even some brand, integration there is happening.
Product
I don't know.
Placement.
Great placement. But yeah, and this is me before the beard, and guess which one am I? But yeah. You might also have heard about me from the pages of the very best Georgian right-wing hate speech newspaper. So to let you understand how this makes sense and why it's funny, I'm going to start a bit further in history, because the dress that I'm wearing is called chokha, and it's usually black or white. Yeah, it's a very, very serious thing. And the one that I'm wearing is not. So it's an experiment, first of its kind, because when I was 26, I got my first pink item of clothing, which was this shoe, like Adidas shoe, which was created in honor of this Berlin checkpoint, and I had nothing to wear it with because as a guy growing up in Georgia, pink is a big no-no. So I decided to be brave and got that. And then I created this as a way to match that shoe and also to be my own way of connecting the old who I am into something that I've become. And I'm wearing it around the festivals as my way of expressing my cultural identity. And yeah, Frankfurt, Georgia was the host country at some point, 2018, and I was part of also the exhibition that we had there. I wrote all the words inside those big letters, and yeah, I was really there, and my photo was €500 almost. And I wear this as a way of being a bit funny as well, and I wear it all around, even my meetings with God himself, and of course not everyone was a fan in Georgia. So I have to do a bit of translation, and excuse my French, but this is, it says that Georgia was represented at Frankfurt Book Fair by a pink chokha wearing pederast. And he's way worse than that, but I'm trying to, fasten the blow. And this lady, I remember that, oh, God damn it, somebody's taking a photo of us. I don't like to be in the photos, and it ended up here. But, it's a very sad, tragic lesson in graphic design, because they printed the newspaper in black and white. So it really shows that I'm just a normal human being wearing a very traditional Georgian coat. But I think we're winning, because I saw this before our flight. So I think even, yeah, there's the wave of pink overtaking the national costume, industry.
And
Georgia, Sakartvelo, as we call ourselves, is a country that has a big past, and we are in the process of transition and like reinventing ourselves. We gave the world kvevri, which is this thing that alien-looking vessels we use to make wine. Stalin, sadly, the worst person probably, and like Demna Gvasalia, a guy who's revolutionized fashion and now is in charge of Gucci. All right. And like Bastiani, some of the people might have been there, like raise your hands. No one? Okay, one guy, of course, Toby. That's my man. And please come, because that's our like techno temple, which is pretty sweet. And it's under the main stadium, like in the city. And at some point, yeah, Berlin is out, Tbilisi is in, that happened. So I guess you're gonna be very happy about it. This is the shape of the country that we're really deeply in debt for the love and the cherishing that it gives us, and it also looks like an entrecote for some reason. That I discovered it very late. We're doing a shoot for a meat company, and somebody brought this, and like, this is the holy grail. How does it happen? And of course, we had a lot of fun. Because, yeah, like Georgia, this is our flag. It has like a lot of crosses on it, but I see them as pluses, we have a lot of pluses in our country. We also like this flag, and the country is very divided on this, because there are some people who are ready to defend it, especially during like the last few years. It has become a symbol of our way and our aspiration to become like part of the civilized West. But there are also some people who see this flag and this whole idea of like European Union as a threat to our national identity. It's as if somebody is gonna steal something from us. And they even burn this flag in the streets, and it has become a divisive symbol as of late. But yeah, this is a very nice photo from the demonstrations that we had, kind of like showing where we stand. So as designers, we couldn't really solve the political situation that much, but maybe we could offer a design solution. So I stole the cross from the Georgian flag and turned it into a Georgian flag of Europe, which looks great as a flag. Maybe don't stand there, man.
I can do something.
It looks really good as a flag. We can be proud. It's also really good as a shirt. Yeah.
No. It's like
okay, like this. And at some point, even like Stefan Zagmeister used it as a slide in his presentation. I didn't like send the design; he made it himself. So great collab.
Well,
and
we send the tutorial.
We sent the tutorial, and it also got some like design awards, and that's pretty cool because it like took me 10 minutes to do it, and it stands for a lot. And yeah, that's me like in my other
like
costume. And this one goes to a lucky person who's gonna catch it. I don't know how. Sorry. Somebody.
Woo!
Woo! Yay! You're welcome. So, and this takes us to the Holy Motors, the place that unites us. It's our like vessel of creation. We started this agency after like winning a series of awards with our previous agency, and we decided it was like time to grow up, and hopefully it's like Cannes Lion and like Webby Awards. We needed to do something that was like meaningful to us. Business. And this is how we announced our birth like to the world. We like went out in Tbilisi, and this picture was taken in February, so we're freezing our balls off.
No,
it was not, yeah, like you can see all the faces, I guess, the pain. But then, yeah, that was it. We just said, hey, we have an agency, like Holy Motors, and you're gonna learn how to start your own agency like tomorrow during our like masterclass. So please join in. Zero is a big theme because we decided in the beginning to help brand founders and brand owners start their brands from zero. And it was also a very poetic idea, like out of nothing, everything is pretty much every brief that we get and every budget. So yeah, like why not? Let's embrace it. This is our like bank account. Very often, because the economy is really bad, guys, in Georgia. This is our street number, and this is our ground zero, our old office where it all started, right there in this tiny apartment. And our new office has some birds, a bird, which is pretty cool. And we stole this from the Sistine Chapel website, and we printed it because, yeah,
You don't have to tell everyone.
we don't have to tell everyone, but we have to tell the one knows up there. So, and you're very welcome. When you're in Tbilisi, just say hi. We self-identify as a holistic design company because it's a very multidisciplinary thing that we're doing and trying to build, and our talents are very mixed. So that's, I guess, is a very nice, and it's really kind of rhymes with the Holy Motors. So. And I already told you, out of nothing, everything is what we do. And this talk, the second part of it, will be about that. What is everything and what is nothing? But first, I'm going to introduce you some rules. So we're going to do the rest of the presentation by Tamada rules, which is the Toastmaster, because when Georgians gather and when they share stories, it's very customary to raise a few glasses and to talk about
Feast
it.
moderator.
Yeah, like a feast moderator, a manager. So, because this is the guy how it looked in 7th century BC, and this has been the same Georgian guy stereotype. It's been all around. Even when some guests come around, there's Fidel Castro in Georgia, you can say that yeah, it's pretty much the same. And that old guy is very happy about them having fun. So I hope our gathering won't turn into this because this is just normal way Georgians drink. But we brought some supplies, and I would be very happy if you guys could help us distribute it. This is Georgian cha-cha. And the brand name is Bodishi, which is Georgian word for sorry, and you'll know why if you drink too much. But the rules are such, and this is not all. Gonna maybe ask Tobiashvili to also help us out. So we got, okay.
Oh, Tobiashvili.
Please, this is please help us out to pass it around. Just raise a hand, because when we drink, you drink. That's the rule. And that's why we're going to be a bit over time. But we're going to prove that it's not poison, and we also going to drink it ourselves. You can keep it as a souvenir. You don't have to finish it at all. And it smells way worse than it tastes, so it's okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. All right. So, yeah.
Introducing the Kessel signature.
This is our friend Eric Kessel trying it for the first time. And this is the happiest anyone has seen Nick ever in his life. His wife also admitted this is the happiest we've seen ever. So, let's go. Wait a second. Let's open up. This is how it's done. It's going to spill over. It's part of the experience. Yep. No worries.
So first toast always go for the peace. Every Georgian drinks that. So.
Yeah. Yep. The first toast goes to the peace, and we pray that it comes soon and it stays for a long, long time, because peace is the foundation of the society, and we hope we really need that in our lives. Speaking of peace, after the war in Ukraine started, Tbilisi became a safe haven for tens of thousands of Ukrainian refugees and hundreds of thousands of Russian tourists. So it became a point of national idea that we need to show our support, and everything in the Tbilisi streets, looks like this now. Okay, I can see some cha-cha faces. We call it cha-cha face. Yeah. The pain burns and it cleans your soul. Okay, so this is Tbilisi right after the war, and we're really trying to show our support. And sometimes we get the colors, not exactly right in terms of design, but it's still something. And because we knew that a lot of Ukrainians changed their addresses to a Tbilisi address, we saw something, an opportunity to turn the address signs into signs of support. And this is how usually they look. Every house has them. So we added a little bit of extra to turn it into a flag of Ukraine as a symbol that your home is, my home is your home. And it would lead you to a charity and also look really good. And the first address and the only address we did it belonged to a young lady who was killed during the 1921 Soviet invasion of Georgia. So that was a bit symbolic act again. And this idea, this very tiny design intervention became a neighborhood hit instantly. It was really shared. This is our our like Adele, and like she's a famous singer, so she was really a fan, and everybody. So this is, I think, like 1 year anniversary of the war, so it became like topic of discussion, and a lot of people like joined in the discourse. And then like somebody started doing this even way better. This is like even cheaper, even less budget, and looks way cooler. So yeah, it's just adapting, and it's working.
Look at that.
Next stop.
Oh, choose, okay. Let's be true to yourself.
True to ourselves, and
Yeah.
by being true to ourselves, let's make other people happy as well. And this leads us, okay, I should, to this, which is a like waste bag, which has this like Georgian elements, and our friends make it. Ooh, Michael, all right. That was a loud ooh. You're practically used to it, it's not a problem.
I didn't drink it.
You know, like waist bags are a really cool like fashion accessory for now, but for Georgians it has totally different connotation, because when these things were first introduced to my being, it came from a very different point of view. And we decided to help them with an advertising campaign that would honor the truth that this accessory has.
Fanny packs, bum bags, and waist bags have become a high fashion staple around the world. But in the country of Georgia, waist bags are synonymous with the women traders of open-air bazaars who use them as cash registers for functionality and convenience. These women are mostly in their 50s and older. They often work 70 hours a week, standing outside in any weather to provide the only source of income for their families. Sadly, society looks down on their lives. The term woman from the bazaar is often used to mean rough, uncultured woman, and their contribution to the local fashion history is also ignored. Cosmo makes real fashion for real people. With a focus on using local design elements in their iconic waist bags, they are struggling to compete with international fashion houses with famous models and millions of dollars. So to launch their new waist bag collection by International Women's Day, we decided to feature real, hard-working women from the bazaar in our promo campaign and bring them into the spotlight as the original street fashion influencers. Inspired by the iconic Harper's Bazaar, we launched a different sort of fashion magazine, Women from the Bazaar, which gives voice to one of the most underrepresented groups in the society while also turning them into real fashion stars. The story of incredible transformation became an instant hit with the public and media. The fabulous women from the bazaar were invited to almost every daytime TV show to talk about their lives. In addition to selling out the first capsule collection of the new waist bag, millions of views and thousands of supportive comments, news and lifestyle publications celebrated their stories together with Cosmo. Through fashion, we managed to shift negative public opinion on women from the bazaars and above all, gave their self-image a much-needed boost.
Woo. Well, thank you so much. Please don't tell the Harper's Bazaar people we did this, because they might not like it. I don't know. So far, we've been surviving, but this was one of the sweetest projects we ever got to do, like selecting these women and talking to get them to star in their shoot. Our shoot was really hard because we spoke to hundreds and we could only get 5 of them to agree. We're like open to do a much bigger shoot. But later, like everybody really appreciated. And we had some interviews and we asked them the questions they asked, like Dua Lipa, and the answers were like mesmerizing. We cried a lot when we did this. And the publication was really sweet, and it was, I think, the most awarded thing that we did as Holy Motors, which is not the point, but really, I think, like, I mean, the rest of the world also related, so this is really sweet. Going on.
Let's drink to the simple thing in life.
Because we have to enjoy the ordinary before we make it extra. Politics in Georgia is very simple. You can understand. Like, this image tells it all. Please, like, guess.
I'm almost politician.
Almost politician. Yeah, you know, that's why we're fat. We have to exude
Preparing
some influence.
ourselves.
Yeah, we have to prepare. Because, like, when the elections come, the entire country turns into, like, a Met Gala, but for bad design. Because we have these things everywhere, and these things, like, follow a pattern. There's a number, there's a face, and there's a name. And sometimes those phases are big because they have money and some big numbers. Sometimes they just rush into our homes, and sometimes they're too big to fit in a frame. And this is like especially great photo, like Elena Shengelia, our friend, made it. It's like somebody plastered this thing over somebody's house. This is even cooler, like, because this like distribution of these things is amazing, and we're doing a book, a publication on how to win elections in Georgia that's coming up maybe next year. Yeah, and like, you know, sometimes they get some like co-creation from the people, the like electorate, like Urukhai are running to
He
rule
looks
Georgia.
more like this Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, that's the idea. So we have no idea how how politics works in Georgia, but we have a friend with a unique problem. So he was like running for the elections, and he had a face and he had a name, and thank you. But he had a very unique problem. The elections committee didn't give him a number yet. So he had bought a few billboards and he had to do something there, but without number, would it work? So as a joke, we suggested, let's put your phone number there, because you know, that's how politics works. It's impossible to get to somebody. So let's change that. And while this thing was going up, I mean, we took the most like boring picture of him. And the copy says like Aleko is listening. His name is Aleko. He became a talk of the town like instantly. While this thing was going up, he got like 2 calls already, and everybody was asking, "Hey man, is that really you?" And that was like 90% of the calls. You know, like 5% was like, "Hey, fuck you." And maybe like the last like few percent was that I need a road that needs fixing. My neighbor is like building an illegal thing. So he was invited to every TV show that he could get his hands on, and he was getting so many calls. He had to add his friend to answer the calls. So they were like, as a team, they're doing this now. But this is not all. After 1 week, we launched our campaign with like just like 2 billboards. Obama tweets this, like it's his phone number. So this is the only instance Georgia has been ahead of America, like in a long time. So that followed, and the tragic thing happened. This guy got his number, and it was 24. So we launched a 24-hour hotline. So now he's getting calls at night at 4 a.m., and everybody's asking the same stuff, but it's all day round. And he's got this team trying to handle this, yeah. But you know what happened? He got into the parliament. That guy, and his first speech he had was that I'm going to be answering your calls now as a member of the parliament, and he repeated his phone number. But later, years passed, and this happened.
ამ საკითხში თინა ბოკუჩავა შეკითხვა წანდ
So this is not the guy. The guy who's doing the punching is the guy. So now this guy is in charge of the like interior ministry, and he's a big time guy. But you know, like worse happened. Like our guy, like later, like a year later, was arrested for like attempted arson, and he was trying to burn down this courthouse in the city. So we didn't pitch that idea, so you can understand how unpredictable politics can be, and be careful who you vote for or who you help get into parliament. But I hope that he's going to come out of this even stronger. So yeah, we're back to square zero, and I'm going to be a bit more over time. Sorry, guys, but I hope you're going to enjoy the ride until the end, because the next stop is very important.
Let's drink to the noise.
Let's drink to making some noise, because if we don't make some noise, somebody else might do that, and we might not enjoy that. So, you wouldn't guess in 1,000 years that these photos were taken at a Georgian pride demonstration. Well, it wasn't even a demonstration. These are my dear friends, the extreme right wing, who took over this day as a way and to try to reclaim it as a day of like a family day, the like 17th of May, and they like even like erected this really cool looking cross in front of the parliament building, and so they really kind of like gathered into this show of raw aggression and energy against the minorities. They even like raided like later the offices of the like a handful of organizations who are like working on the issues, and they beat up the journalists who are trying to cover these stories, because they were the closest they could find to somebody like a victim of an aggression. And this is very sad that I have to share this and like use this stage to tell you this side of Georgia, and 53 of journalists were beaten up, and one of them sadly passed away. And this was a moment for the entire media to come together. Even the government organizations, the government-affiliated channels, the opposition channels, they all came together to honor the death of their friend and their colleague. And we thought this is not a time for silence. This is a time to speak to those who are being threatened by what's happening. So we decided to do this small intervention. We took the usual TV rainbow and turned it into an LGBT-friendly rainbow with a message that would hope reach those who were most saddened by what perspired. And it aired during real TV broadcasts, and it became a beacon of hope to those in the worst possible times who needed it.
Let's build the culture, not cult.
Let's building the culture, not the cults, because we feel that culture is the very common DNA that unites us, and it's the most loud language we can speak. So, about culture, my reference point. That is my great-great-great-grandfather, a prince of East Georgia. Prince is a big word. He was not an actual prince of kings. He was just a lordish dude who looked really cool, trust me. And when I was sent this picture, it was 2014, and I was just learning Photoshop, so I did this. But I think this guy looks way cooler than Batman. So then we were asked by this local cinema chain who was launching Georgian Netflix of sorts, a very first official streaming website, to do an ad for them. I decided to become the meme myself. So this is me, actually, in the costume, and I played the role of the Georgian Batman. And they gave me the budget to shoot this, so why not? Yeah, I look very menacing. And it was a really long commercial. I'm not going to show it to you because the time is of essence, but I had a stunt double who was riding a horse. How good is that? Of course, we had a Hulk who was this is a Georgian arm wrestler whose nickname is the Hulk. So we just painted him green. That's not CGI. We actually painted this guy green. And somehow Pepsi was financing a part of the production, so he was representing the horrible drink that is Mirinda from Green Apple. And we had our own version, one of the famous singers in Georgia, Lila Zurtomia. We didn't have the budget for the crows, you can see, so we had some chicken. And our Joker was the most convincing Joker since Heath Ledger. That guy is pure evil. And he's one of the best-known fashion designers in Georgia who really rocked this look, and we're filming kind of worlds colliding, like Hollywood and Tbilisi. And yeah, look at him. The eyes match his hair. We didn't plan that. And as a part of the shoot, we had these guys, the henchmen of the Joker, who happened to be the traditional Georgian music players, who've been doing this as a family, since the time immemorial. And their cheeks are their best-selling weapons. But they're, when we did this, we talked with them, for a while, and they were complaining that the young generation is not listening to the traditional Georgian music. Big surprise. But the guys were really, really unhappy about it. So we decided to, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's make this a collaboration. So we did this. It says good. I think you know what's happening. The bed. The ugly. And the cool man. So we recorded an entire... So we recorded an entire like album of like film like music, but in their style, so young people would, would listen, and it sounds amazing. Like I'm gonna give you a few samples.
Next Mission Impossible in Georgia.
Emotions. I think this actually sounds better than the original. You get the idea. So it was fun, like young people like listened to it for some time.
Let's drink to the roots and you know the rest.
Okay, this is actually one of my favorite toasts because it goes like this. Let's drink to respecting the roots, but also letting the new branches grow. So I hope
poetic.
going in. Because Georgians really love tradition. And one of the traditions is khinkali, this beautiful dumpling
Juicy.
variety. Has some meat or like vegetables inside, and we love it a lot. And we think that this dish is a 10 out of 10. And we're so committed that we decided to start a new national holiday, the birthday of khinkali, this thing, the dish. And it's like celebrated on October 10 every year. So like when you were in Tbilisi, please come join in because we have a big party. We eat like 1,010 like khinkalis as a group, and yes, I have a like khinkali costume as well, which started as a sketch like this. It turned out a bit like marshmallowy. It looks weird, but come on, like you design a costume of khinkali, and yeah, let me know. I'll pick it up. And like it's kind of like it's been like 10 years we've been doing this. Every October 10 we gather and we do this like big feast, and we even had a statue of khinkali. At some point, that guy in the middle had like 41 khinkali, and the winner had like 46 khinkalis. So I mean, there's room to grow, and we do it every year. There's a different theme for the festival, and I'm becoming more and more of a mascot. And this was a few years ago, I think like last year, and we had those guys. These are the fathers of the like musicians we had for this album. So yeah, it's all connected.
We support them.
And this happened. This year, we do some. We have a song as well. So yeah, like khinkali is great. Please like come join in, and please like eat khinkali wherever you can, because that's the greatest thing in the world. And we're getting there. Time. Let's drink to time.
Yeah, let's drink to time and
and to cherishing it. And thank you so much for being here still, because I have to explain. Georgia has a weird. I mean, we have a different relation with time. We call GMT Georgian maybe time, because it's like you never know when things start and when things end.
if you didn't know before.
But we're trying to keep it entertaining. So this was one of the projects we did, packaging for our friends who are doing drinkable fruits and vegetables, and the artwork looked like this, and we decided to add for them which would match the vibe. But the problem is different fruits, and it was so hard to get the fruits all together for one season, because there are some tropical ones, there are some ones that are around in Georgia. So it took us 3 years to film this commercial. Pretty stupid, waste of time, but it looks good. And there was a series, of course, where we were crushing more stuff.
I guess it's the longest project we had.
This is the longest project we had. But we did a recent one. It's going to be a premiere. We haven't shown it anywhere because we just posted it yesterday. It's again about time. There's no subtitles, but let's see if you understand what it's about. I'm going to tell you it's about the internet packages for a local telecom company, but I hope you see what's up. So the hero is saying goodbye to a friend. Her mom, his mom. His hero grandfather.
ცხოვრების მთავარ სიყვარულს.
the love of his life.
მონატრებულ ბიძაშვილს.
His dear cousin. And he says goodbye.
ტოვებს. გაიაქტიურეს ელფის მართლა ულიმიტო პაკეტები და მიიღე ულიმიტო ინტერნეტი, წუთები და SMS-ები 7 დღით, ხოლო 10 ლარად, 14 დღით, 19 ლარად. 30 დღით, სულ რაღაც 39 ლარად. ოღონდ ფრთხილად, შეყოლა იცის.
Yeah, you might get addicted.
And it's your favorite. Dashla Aramoshla.
So, this is actually this is the end. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is?
We got
This
for
is
you as well.
this is the toast we say at the end of every gathering, and it goes like this: like Dashla Armoshla. It means parting our ways but staying together. So, before we do that, let's join our forces into a prayer for the creativity and design, and your hospitality and everything that makes this like worthwhile. And it's going to be accompanied by a show of our works and a song. And thanks to these wonderful people who keep making the lovely stuff back home. And thank you to you. We're back at zero.
Thank you so much.
Woo!
Cheers.
Sorry. We're sorry. You know why the name comes. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't be sorry. Just let's drink to Love Will Win. Thanks a billion times, Nick Kumbari and Giorgi Avaliani. Avaliani, did I say that right? Yes.
Avaliani, that was perfect.
I had the other half of that down there.
Already.
Cheers to you and you.
We'll see you outside.
Cheers.